beings. Are you ready? We are going in with a love relationship reading, and do you know why this is so gorgeous? Because I've been guided to do it, and I have a song that is blowing up in my head about this, and I've just been singing it. I've already done half the zodiac signs with a love reading specifically, but this is a general message, and I think this is going to be a little bit channeled. And the song I've got is Shola Amma, right? And it's, I hear your call, run to me. I hear your call, baby, run to me. And that's just playing over and over again in my head, right? Lyrics to this tune, old school classic house tune, old school garage vibes, right? Takes me back to my when I was 18 years old, and like, this is the turn up of all time. I hear your call, baby, run to me. I hear your call, baby, run to me. That's all I keep hearing, right? And and you are the one I need. Oh, okay, hold on. Let me get it right. Sorry, guys. I'm not a singer. You are the one for me. I need you to know you're my everything. For me, there is nobody else. I love you, baby. Run to me. I hear your call. Baby, run to me. I hear your call. This is what I've been singing before I started. So I'm sorry that you have to hear these squeaky vocals. I'm not ready for you. There's no auto tune here. But this is the rhythm. What are the other words? And I thought it was interesting because there's some lyrics in here that speak about May. And I thought, wow, we're going through a really interesting cycle this May. So I feel like it fits in. It goes, when autumn falls, I need you. I still ain't found what I'm looking for. You are the only one. Baby, run to me. When it's cold outside, you are the sun inside. You are the month of May, baby, run to me. So many tears I've cried. You gave me back my pride. You are my joy each day. Baby, run to me. You are my da-da-da-da. I hear your call. Yeah, all of that goodness. Baby, run to me. I hear your call. When autumn falls, I need you more. Baby, run to me. I still ain't found what I'm looking for. You are the only one, baby. Run to me. When it's cold outside, you are the sun inside. You are the month of May, baby. Run to me. All right? Is that clear enough, collective? Are we aware of what's going on here? Have we received the transmission? Is this related to you? This is a general love reading, and we are going in with the cards. Let's see what wants to come out. I'm being guided to choose a different deck for this. Oh, okay. I would never use this deck that I'm pulling now for a love reading, but this is a serious message then. Wow, I'm a bit overwhelmed. But if we're going in with this deck for love, that means this is very... I feel like we're about to go into some judication of love here. Very serious, stern. Do you hear my tone of voice changing very seriously as we dive into the diagnostics of your loving relationship at this time? This is no deck to play with when it comes to love. I've never used this deck for a love reading. So what is it that you want us to know, Divine? 1 card's out, 2 cards out. I'm being told that that's one energy, that's another, that's a feminine energy, masculine energy, and the middle energy. Oh, baby. Okay, there we go there, 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 there we go there. And the defining energy here. Oh, shit. Double 8s on this bad. Triple 8s on... No, that's a 7. Sorry. Thought we was nearly a hat trick, but we're not. Okay, oh, okay, interesting. That suggests to me that we're waiting for one more variable, one more decision, one more event, one more call before someone runs in, someone runs to you, you run to them. This running energy, is it coming in? Is it going out? What's going on here? Because we've got 8, 8. First 8 coming out, 8 of swords. Second 8 coming out is 8 of pentacles. So we've got fear about whether or not this can work. Can this work? Can this work? Can this work? Can this work? Well, the truth of the matter is, first card coming out is Empress, brand new beginning. All coming out with that is the 7 of swords. In this deck, this is a very different energy, a 7 of swords, because this is someone sitting on the truth. Interesting, you could be Aquarius or Libra tapping in again over here, because on both of those readings, I believe I spoke about the truth. Yeah? I spoke about the truth that truth reveals is a very difficult sword to yield. Someone's got to take a risk here, and that's overwhelming. A lot of the energies I've been seeing coming through, taking a risk in love, it isn't easy. It isn't easy at all. Like, I don't even like doing love readings over here because I feel like it fucks with my credentials and my content. Like, I'd rather stay away from love content entirely because I'm an old spinster who is broken-hearted and never in a relationship that lasts. So I'm one of those negative Nancys in the situation, to be honest with you. I'm a hermit who would rather just be alone and live out my old dying days as a widow without ever losing a husband. But I'll grieve my husband from a past life, shall I? Just to fit in with the narrative, because it's that kind of energy a little bit. Where the belief in love has been so tampered with over and over again in different contexts of life that make it difficult. And I feel like that really comes through strongly because of an underlying situation with the feminine. Let me look at the masculine side before I say too much more. Oh, wow. Masculine's got 9s, yeah? Could like the album by 9s. You might like the music artist 9s. Crabs in a Bucket 9s. I recommend that for you guys, music artists from the UK. But I'm looking at a feminine who is battling with the truth, back and forth in the mind about what is truth and what is illusion, but then committed to not knowing. Yeah. This also gives me a little bit of Taurus energy, because in the Taurus reading I just done, we had a little look at you knowing that that's a diamond and what you've manifested and what you wanted, but the inability to go for it. And actually the desire wasn't there to go for it because you were still too busy digging for what you believed you should, like, instead of going for what the love that you've dreamed of, you want to go for the love that you see in reality. I don't know how to break that illusion between the two, but there's a clear difference between dreaming and seeing. Yeah, you'd rather go with what you see than what you can dream into being. Yeah. And over here we've got a feminine vibration where it's like, I don't believe what I see. I don't believe what I see. I don't believe what I see. And then we've got a masculine vibration who totally and utterly believes what he sees. Fascinating energy. Yeah? So whether you're male or female, yeah, place it as you want. On this channel I speak a lot about masculine and feminine, but it's never the physical 3D. It's always the ethereal energies of yin and yang, light and dark, which you can find out more about if you go to the Brahma, the creator story I put out about 2 weeks ago. You'll see my breakdown of what it means to be light and dark, masculine and feminine. We all have masculine and feminine. When I'm speaking about the feminine in this reading, I'm speaking about the intuition. Some of you, it could be actual feminine, but it's the feminine principle, the intuitive, the subtle, the loving, the emotional, the nurturer. When I'm talking about the masculine, I'm talking about the harder, more logistic, driven, strong, gung-ho spirit and energy, right? More than anything else. The lighter vibration in the situation as well. Because in this context, the masculine is independent, protected. There's a lot of abundance around this as well with the 9 of Pentacles, independent in their own right and wishing, manifesting. The masculine is closing out an old cycle in a connection, yeah? An old cycle in life. The masculine is moving towards a new beginning, clear as day. The feminine, this is literally Brahma creator energy again. That reading is so significant, guys, if you want to check that out and you want to look at it in context to a romantic relationship and you and other, because this is relevant here. This feminine is in more so dark night of the soul energy, going through committed to not knowing, committed to living in the dark, committed, like, I feel like a Taurus feminine would resonate with this reading as well, because about that, you see in that diamond. No, I'm not going to go for the diamond. I'm going to keep digging right here. Fuck that. Fuck taking that risk and going over there to that love that looks stable and grounded and knowable and understandable. I'm going to keep digging in this spot because I believe that this is the destined spot I'm meant to be at. And God's like, well, no, I've given you the reward. Your reward's right there in front of you, but you're not taking it. Here's your check for £1 million. You don't want it. You don't want it. Nope.
I'm going to get my own million. I don't need your stupid check. That's what the feminine over here is saying. Yeah? Just throwing the truth away. Because I don't know why. Let's look at this feminine. Shall we? Let's look at the feminine's going through some serious struggles because it's about the commitment, yeah. A lot of passion. Now, the feminine has a lot of passion and desire for the masculine, okay, in the situation. A lot of desire, yeah. But the thing is, there's tangibility here. The fears of how tangible this is. Because the truth of the matter is, independence is a big deal. She's also got wish fulfillment. She's been wishing for this for a really, really long time. But in order for her to get this, she's got to move away from the ideas of being independent, yeah? And the burden of passion. Oh, I get it. I relate as well. Oh, my gosh. Listen to this, yeah? The main struggles that the feminine is in at this time, so if you're masculine, this is what the feminine's going through in this situation, yeah? Is she's always been a really, really sexy, abundant, vibrant feminine. Sexy, gorgeous. A lot of men would want her. A lot of women would want to be her. She's sexy. She's empowering. She's driven. She knows how to manifest through her passion, take her spiritual gifts and create something profound from it. Every time she does this, she spiritually awakens, ascends. She's a power player in the game. She's got really good clear sight, empath, intuitive, tarot reader, clairvoyant. One of her clear senses is on 10 and she's doing something with it, clear sentient as well. And she obviously has a lot of wish fulfillment. All of her wish fulfillments have been rooted in independence, yeah? Fucking hell. In my head, I'm getting Jamaica becoming a republic, yeah? We always knew it was going to happen. We always know how Jamaica really, really feels about the United Kingdom and the monarchy. It's just been a long waiting for it to happen. So that's the situation here. It's like we know the inevitable is going to happen, but the transition to it has been difficult because I feel like this feminine often gets burnt, yeah? She takes her passion, rides it all the way down to the end, really full of gumption, spirit, love, desire, creates something brand new, frequently manifesting loads of relationships. In my head, I'm getting Fortune 500, so take that as you will. But creating all of these amazing different stuff, right? Fortunes of all kinds, so many different arenas to play in. I mean, so many of you guys do different stuff. We've got bakers, chefs, people in the corporate arena over here, people into cryptocurrency over here. You guys do amazing different stuff. So many key workers we have over here as well. All of you guys are really important in society today, and I value your contribution to the channel. Please hit like and subscribe. But with all of that as well, you're just constantly doing what you've got to do for that promotion, to help other people in the community, volunteers, charity work, speaking your truth, helping others. And with all of that, you keep bouncing back around to just feeling defeated again. Your wins never feel quite large enough. Male or female, whoever's in the feminine energy, they just feel like their wins never really come up top trumps. It's never a top trump situation for the feminine. So why invest? Why give all my time and effort? Why give all of my love to a situation that always falls short? It's always falling short. I'm tired of giving, and I'm tired of sacrificing my passion and giving all of my passion to something that always falls short. I'm always hurt, I'm always wounded, I'm always sad, I'm always broken. The outcome is never what I anticipated. And that's the Taurus reads just running around in my head over and over again, because it's that ideology of that diamond that's just there. And the feminine's going, I'm not going to pick up that fucking diamond. No, fuck it. I don't fucking want it. I'm digging here. I've been digging here for 6 days straight. What? Fucking sick of it. When the ideology is, well, it doesn't matter if you've been digging here or there for 6 days straight. The diamond's there and you can see it. You've won. Go and collect. And then she's going, no, I don't want to fucking take it. I don't want it. I wanted this one. This could be a really stuck up, obnoxious feminine as well, who is like, you gave me a diamond ring, and this is how small it is. No, I will not fucking say yes. No, I will not accept your proposal, because that diamond is way too fucking small. Didn't I show you the ring I wanted? What the fuck is this? Sorry to swear, guys, but I'm in role play. Just bear with me, right? But it's that kind of energy as well, where, well, I don't see, let me pull it back, but that's just the vision I got in my head. And it's not like a feminine being a bitch, because that's not the case. There's no bitchy energy here. But it's like the feminine's just sick of settling for less. I'm not going to settle for less. Like, she may come off quite cold and bitter and cutting and resentful and be like a cold, cutting bitch verbally like I am, because you just get sick sometimes and fed up, sick to the bone. No, I don't want that. No, I don't want that. All of my hard work, all of my dedication, all of my love, all of my conviction, all of my passion, everything I have to offer, everything I have to put on the plate. No, I'm not going to settle for less. No, I'm not. I can't do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to go back into arena. I don't want to go back into a space, a relationship, a circumstance, a family network, a community group, or I don't want to retake on these vows. I don't want to move back in. I don't want to take the ring back. I don't want any of it. If it's not coming with this or that, she's being very demanding, but she has every right to be after what she's been through. If this is the new relationship and it's someone you're meeting and you're thinking, and they've said, I'm not going to marry anyone who gets me a ring that's this size or a ring that's that size, you've got to understand that that's where she's coming from. And it's not obnoxious, it's standards. I saw a short on YouTube the other day, and this girl was moaning. She was like, when are you going to take me out on a real date? And he's like, but I've made you steak and I've made you a steak dinner. We've got like wine glasses out. I've set the whole area up. It looks gorgeous in here. And she's like, no, but I don't want this food. I don't want this mashed potato. I don't want this steak. I don't want any of this. I wanted to go out to a restaurant. I wanted to go somewhere nice. And in my head, I'm like, oh my gosh, what a bitch. But then in my head, I go, no, hold on, wait. She's saying she doesn't like it looks nice, but she's saying it doesn't even look nice. The potatoes don't look nice, the steak don't look nice, the dinner doesn't look nice. She's not overjoyed about it. To me, the dinner looked great and amazing. I thought, oh, this man made this. Oh, bless him. I would love this. This is so romantic. How beautiful. But if this woman's standards is Wagyu with gold leaves and a £50 cocktail, then this is going to be shit to her. Do you get what I mean? So you've got to understand the standards of each individual. To me, a guy who's actually making me dinner, fucking hell, it could have been spaghetti hoops on toast. I'm winning. Yeah, shows my standards. Shows what I settle for in relationships. Shit. When I watched that short, I was like, oh wow. This bitch has got a fat, juicy steak and mashed potatoes and broccoli that are actually green and not overcooked. And she's got a glass full of what looks like Kool-Aid or something. Fucking hell, she's winning. I'll settle for spaghetti hoops on toast. Fucking hell, I'll settle for a dime bar. But she's like, no, I want more than this. I want to go to a restaurant. I want to order from the menu. I want a real steak. I want real potatoes. That's her standard. She has every right to uphold and maintain the standard. I need more than this. I want more than this. And that's understandable. And that's what the feminine energy is bringing forward today. I want more than this. Now, let's look at the masculine in the situation, who seems just very humble, laid back. No words from the masculine as of yet. So let's dive in and see. Oh, okay, I like this. This looks like a really sexy dynamic if this is a new relationship for you, or you repairing an old one, or leveling up in a connection that you're in. Because this masculine is just looking at this feminine like, yeah, you're the one. You're the absolute one. I know it, I see it, I feel it, I receive it. So although the feminine is over here doing what she does, setting really stringent rules and restrictions and boundaries on what she will and won't tolerate, the masculine's receiving it all. He's receiving her defeat. He's receiving her emotional conflict. He's receiving her juggling constructs of positive and negative and fear-based vibrations. And he's actually coming through with the King of Swords energy and the King of Cups energy and the Four of Wands. Oh, wow. Oh, this is really, really nice. This is really, really nice, you know. Give me a second, okay? The masculine's coming forward in this energy, okay? If I channels a little bit, he's going, I see you. I receive you. I love and care about you. I understand you have a big heart. I understand what you've been through. I understand your defeat. I understand your emotional confusion. I understand why you are being guarded and putting this wall up around your heart. I understand all of this.
I understand why you're juggling me with other things or other people at this time. So if you're not even official and she's dating other people and she's making it clear, I'm not committing to you, that like if you want to come and see me, fair enough, but I'm going on a date tomorrow night, like she's throwing out her choices, and you know you have something special with her, but she's refusing to let that just be all that you see or all that the masculine holds on to. It's because, once again, she's making sure the standards that she sets is the standard that she's upholding, and that masculine knows this. This masculine looks quite cheeky and mischievous as well, because I feel like he sees sides of her and sees her in a way in which she is unaware of. Like, I feel like we're dealing with a clairvoyant, clairaudient kind of feminine, but we're dealing with a clairvoyant, alien kind of masculine. Both of them have clear senses, and they're very tapped in and aware of each other spiritually. They have different spiritual gifts and abilities, which make them truly aligned. So all the shortfalls in her characteristics and her shortfalls in regards to her love languages that are not being met, the masculine meets those needs. This feminine that could come off quite obnoxious to many and really demanding with the ideology I've given about the diamond ring and that woman saying she wants to go out and not this steak, he admires that and finds that incredibly endearing because it shows real character and strength not to conform. And I guess a lot of relationships are easy and mundane and boring when you just get a woman that's saying, yeah, I'll do this, yeah, I'll eat that, yeah, I'll do that. There's no like this masculine loves the challenge that the feminine provides, which is really, really nice. It encourages the feminine to be a little bit more risque and a little bit more wise. You use her wisdom a lot more, should I say. And what was the word I was looking for before that? Be a little more wild, I wanted to say. And not settle. Because so many times, I feel like the feminine settled so many times already. Male or female, guys, because you could be anywhere here. I'm bouncing now. But the feminine over here, this energy, is so used to settling in the past, people pleasing in the past, over giving in the past, yeah? Taking love at face value. Receiving love on a linear spectrum. And it's got to the point where the feminine's gone, fuck it, nope, I'm going to kaleidoscope this love. I'm going to put this love in a prism. I'm going to look at this love from alternative perspectives of yin and yang. I want to say geometry up and down, left and right. All of these paradigms of love are now available to me. And I want to look at it through that spectrum. And the masculine's going, oh, let me see. So I get a really strong masculine, right? I don't even see heavy love on the table, but clearly it's here, right? Because the masculine's not moving, the masculine's not budging. The feminine has got her foot cemented on the ground, incredibly grounded, incredible root chakra energy from the feminine, going, these are my demands, this is what I want, this is what I will and won't receive. And the masculine's every now and then just comes over and goes, all right, let me see, let me have a look, this is what, okay. And he's not really saying anything or offering anything. I think he's aware that if he makes any offers hastily, he will get rejected. He will get shut down because she's coming forward repeatedly over and over again going, I'm free, I'm encumbered, I'm living my best life. I can date who I want. I can see who I want. I can do what I want when I want. I don't need anyone on this bullshit tip, right? Like I can see a feminine head wagging, like, but no, you want this from me, all of that kind of stuff. And the masculine just takes it with a pinch of salt, but he continues to show up. So if you are the masculine in this situation, feminine, male or female, the masculine energy is coming forward with, okay, I'm going to be stealth and I'm going to be quiet and I'm going to say less, but I'm going to be present. I'm going to show you that I'm here. I'm going to show you what I have to offer instead of actively speaking on it, because the feminine's speaking her truth into conviction. Her truth into action. She's manifesting through speech, yeah? So she just talks, which is the feminine principle in some instances, where you just speak your manifestation into being. You speak what you want into the atmosphere, and you settle for nothing less, and it will materialize because words are spells, right? But charmingly so, because that's her power. That's siren energy, right?
In the lower vibration, that could be succubus energy as well, but we're not in the lower vibration, thank God for that. But I mean, succubus energies can be transmuted into healthy sexual role play, but that's a whole other conversation we can have for another day. But the masculine, with his gifts and abilities, he's coming through with silence is golden, yeah? The charm in the atmosphere and in the energy of just not saying anything, but being present and receiving, right? So this could be a female that will demand sex and say, come and see me now, come to my house, or we're going to do this, like set the whole date, set the whole scene, set the whole vibe, and control it, while the masculine just receives. And could be really, really quiet in the relationship, really quiet in the bedroom, really quiet on the dates, and just lets the feminine dominate the whole situation. This masculine is quite sneaky energy, because he's just letting the feminine dominate the whole conversation, dominate the whole space, dominate the whole bedroom, dominate the whole relationship and its trajectory while sitting there. And what he benefits from in that moment is truly understanding and nourishing the feminine in her full glory of glorifying who she is, while she feels somewhat unglorified as she works through shadow energy. Because she's projecting outwards all of her fears and insecurities in the now moment through all of this speech. And she's not afraid to do so. She is a light worker, a clairvoyant, a spiritualist, tarot reader, all the feminines connecting, and you're in your spiritual shit. And we're all screaming, I am the divine feminine, this is what I do, this is what I believe in. We're always outwardly projecting from a place of lack sometimes, in a place of shadow. But that's how we rise up and transmute it. That's how we bring the unconscious to the conscious. Yeah, that's just spiritual enlightenment. That's awakening. That's the processes of evolving. So as she evolves through the light and the dark, cycling and spiraling through yin and yang in order to ascend over and over again and attract what's right for her, she has no awareness that this masculine is really cunningly just aligning to her through the vibration of stillness, oneness, transparency. So transparent, she would actually potentially feel he isn't present. He isn't present in the bedroom. He isn't present on the dates. He's not even on the roster as someone she'll take seriously to date, potentially. And she's going on other dates and doing other stuff with other people, networking with others. Yeah, I'm just chilling with this guy. I'm just chilling with him. Yeah, oh, you want to go out? Okay, cool. You got to leave now because I'm going out. And like, it sounds really harsh, right? Really harsh. In the instance I'm giving you, but it's because she's still transmuting and working through stuff. And it's because you are aware of that, I feel like, from the masculine standpoint, that it is paving a way for you to have more of a stable connection in the future anyway. I think the position that the masculine's taken, I feel like I'm talking to a masculine as I say this as well, the position that you're taking, masculine, is incredibly cunning and incredibly wise, and it is turning the situation into something that's a lot more transmutable in the future, yeah? And the feminine has no real awareness of this, because the feminine is still just loving herself, right? Loving herself and just repeatedly working on letting go of the fears she has around giving herself to someone who is just going to take from her and turn her into a Queen of Swords. This is fascinating, because this is what we're going to pause with, right? What I see here is the feminine, who I spoke about as being the Queen of Wands energy, not sign specific in this reading, okay? But being the sexy power player that men easily come to. Like, if she wants a man, she can get a man. She wants loads of guys to date. She wants a boyfriend. She wants to settle. She gets what she wants. If this feminine gets whatever she fucking wants, it's piss easy, right? With a feminine like this, with gifts and abilities like this, she's not short in any way, shape or form. But the overgiving nature and her tendencies to people please, and often her segueing and lack of standards, keep bringing her back to the cycle where she bounces from the Queen of Wands, the sexy, most vibrant energy, to a really cold, harsh, cutting bitch to the Queen of Swords. So sometimes She's in high vibes with Queen of Wands energy, and that translates beautifully in the connection and keeps the masculine enticed, turned on, in love, even though he wouldn't ever say it. Love is not spoken about here at all, but he feels that. He feels the alignment and the like I want to say twin flame. She would never say twin flame. He would say twin flame. He would say soulmates. She would say, we're just about friends. Do you get what? Like, it's that kind of energy. Like, but that's a defense mechanism, and it's the ability for the masculine to see through the feminine's defense mechanism that keeps it all going. Because when she bounces from the Queen of Wands, that loving, fun, passion, wild energy of the connection, to a cold, heartless bitch, he understands why that is and where that stems from. And that is just a defense mechanism, and that it is just a protective measure to protect her heart space, which is really nice, because not a lot of people would receive that and truly understand that. So it suggests the masculine is incredibly wise. But it does make me wonder and worry about the masculine, because if he's making all of these sacrifices mentally and emotionally, passionately and spiritually for the feminine, is he really receiving? Because in the 3D, he is, yeah. He's getting everything he needs from this, to be honest. Because the 10, as I said that, I thought, well, let's make sure the masculine's all right. The vibration, and that's what's nice about masculine energy then, and why masculine and feminine relationships are so important. And regardless of same sex or not, it's the dynamic, that yin and yang energy. Because she is the epitome of yin, and he is the epitome of yang. Because 10 of Pentacles has come out with that. Imagine I just arcs the deck. Okay, but I'm worried about the masculine, because if he's getting shunned quite intensely by this feminine over and over again, but he knows at the core there's all this love there, but in the 3D he's getting shunned to a certain degree, and she's off doing what she's doing with others and kind of somewhat playing him down all the time. Is he okay? Is he coping with this? And it's like, yeah, he's getting what he needs from this intently. 10 of Pentacles, this is lifelong commitment sitting on top of the King and Queen of Cups. Everything's incredibly balanced here in this connection. Yeah. It's just things are moving at a rate that is destined, I want to say. I get a really, really wise sage energy coming through. So a masculine that's somewhat of a sage. And there are fears here that the masculine does... There's so many fears here that the masculine does possess, and they surround him feeling like he may not be enough for this feminine. He may not be enough to hold this feminine. He may not, like, I'm looking at the feminine as the capacity, yeah, and like she's making a demand for how much capacity she has, whereas he has to be the holder of her capacity. So I'm looking at a jug that only takes 2 liters, yeah, and she's a gallon. This feminine, this is the best way to place this, male or female. Remember, take the energy as you want. This feminine, it equates to a gallon, and this masculine currently has the capacity for 2 liters. Firstly, gallons and liters are not even the same equal measurements, so he has to work out the conversion rate. This is ridiculous. Who have I become? He has to work out the conversion rate between liters and gallons, work out what he's missing, so he can develop the necessary capacity to hold her gallon. So as she is working and transmuting and evolving and setting really incredibly high standards, he is over here pushing through fear-based vibrations with absolute integrity, conviction and love, and a destined belief that this is the woman for him. He's just giving himself time to make sure that he can become the gallon that she needs, more than that. Because what would be even more detrimental to the feminine would be his claim to hold her, hold the space for her, provide the capacity for her and what she needs, when actually he can't, because if he was to take on all of her, she would capsize him and flow out of him. Yeah, there wouldn't be a capacity to hold. The relationship wouldn't last. So I'm not even going to go into what the feminine should do or the masculine could do, because I feel like there's lessons to be learned from both sides of the dynamic. But what I will say most beautifully is this is so destined, and it's so nice. And to be honest, I don't really often get to look at a masculine energy in a reading that I think is just so beautiful, so gorgeous, so supportive. So whoever this masculine vibration is, be incredibly proud of yourself, because not a lot of people would be willing to go through what you've went through with this feminine. And once again, you could be a female masculine, a masculine feminine. You could be both. You could relate to both sides of this story. But someone is holding the space. And they're holding the space so they can have enough space. So you could look at it as cunning and selfish, but you can't. No way. Because he's doing this and cunningly doing this so he can get the space he needs for this feminine. He is so in love and devoted to this feminine who is so detached and still cold as part of that safety net mechanism to not let love in, you know? So for a masculine to be able to receive that and see that and still hold so much space for that in such an integritous way, going out of his way above and beyond to be the capacity that this feminine needs one day, you know, that means you got to be a dreamer. That means you got to be a believer. That means you've got to keep going through incredible odds, because anyone else would have walked away or given up or refused to believe. Yet this masculine vibration is committed to an uncommitted feminine, because his sage and clear senses really know. So to live off of your clear senses and to believe in the unbelievable, to believe in the unseen, because this feminine is giving you, no, go away. No, I haven't got the capacity. No, you haven't got the capacity for me. No, no one does. No, you can't hold me. I'ma do me all by myself. Go fuck off. Go fuck yourself. If you can't bring me this massive diamond ring or take me out to this restaurant, I'm not going to settle for anything less. And then the masculine's gone, okay, I'll hold and I'll take the space that you will allow me to have. And in that moment in time, I'll continue to work on building the capacity for you. But I'm not going anywhere. I will continue to remain, because actually I know that you are my destined other. What a beautiful reading. What a supportive complementary energy to a feminine in this vibration. It's really nice. It's really nice. I want to scream out to every single man out there that's actually doing that and it relates to this, because that's so fucking awesome. So fucking awesome. So many guys would never do that. So many women would never do that. It's the durability of it, the consistency of it. It's so heartwarming to see a reading like that and to see someone who's so committed, because they see through the glare, they see past the moon, they see past the illusion of the feminine and what the mask that the feminine wears, and the way in which she presents herself is nothing but a mask. And what's so beautiful about the feminine, because I told you she's a high priestess, she's really aware, is the reason that she wears the mask, the reason that all of this is going on in the first place, is because she wants to attract a masculine and her other that has the ability to see past the mask. And she deliberately puts herself in this place because she knows that her destined other will see through. And only her destined other will see through. So she can continue to behave in this way and act out these behaviours, because anyone who pulls away because of those behaviours is definitely not her destined other. For her destined other would be a sage and would be her reciprocal other, who would have the ability to see past the illusion and step into her role and love her through it all, you know? What a beautiful, profound reading. What a beautiful story of light to dark, of transmutation, of pain and trauma and hate and shadow to true love and light at the core of it all, because our bodies are just physical vessels, yeah? Our looks, our appearances, our age, our dates of birth, I mean, they're all important in relation to space and time and astrology and the constellation of the planets, but they're nothing in relation to us just being energy, us just living in the grey of the situation, yeah? And what's so beautiful is when we're looking at yin and yang, the black and white of the situation, I mean, both these masculine and feminine energies are developing the grey together. They transmute. This is real, boy. The first time I've ever said this, the yin and yang in this relationship is being transmuted to create the grey matter. I've never ever said that before, or ever seen a relationship like this, so I have no idea how it's going to turn out. I'm going to do a part 2 of this maybe a few days from now to see where we want to go, and it may be titled something like love in the grey, loving in the grey matter, the grey matter of love. Fuck knows, I don't know, we'll see what comes out. But this is fascinating because first time in history of me doing a reading like this, the yin and yang is being worked on from a long-term perspective to create the grey, to create a grey oh shit. Not everyone's going to understand this, but I'm going to pin it here and I'm going to sit with it myself. But to create a grey zone of proximity. If you know about Vygotsky and Vygotsky's theory of the zone of proximity, then we are talking about the grey zone of proximity in relation to love here and space-time, universal law, unified force field, sacred geometry. Wow, this is the most profound reading, and I've been saying this, I feel like this is all I do now, come over here and things get more and more profound on the channel. It's been beautiful for me, guys. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me and letting me tap into your vibration, because I resonate with that cold, cutting, stern bitch over here in the feminine energy. And it's nice to know that there are masculines out there that are so dedicated to the feminine and that do see past the fog and the glare and the moon. And I'm going to say by the time that we reach the full eclipse, yeah, we've had solar eclipse, lunar eclipse, a lot of different stuff going on. But when we get the full eclipse at Airbender Styley, Avatar Lost and Airbender Styley, the Fire Lord will be defeated, which means the fear-based vibration within the feminine, which makes her wear this mask of protection, and this fire lower vibration in the masculine that makes him dormant and reclusive, or appear to be so, whilst transmuting all this energy. Like, it's interesting because the masculine appears to be dormant and the feminine appears to be the opposite. Once again, that polarity is loud. But in relation to it, they're actually the other. Because all the dominance, that's why they get on so well, and that's why it's like this, because the dominance and the wild fire in the feminine that she's presenting as her mask is actually the true self of the masculine. Blood clot, right? Whereas the I want to say docile, but I don't even know what that means in context, but the dormant, reclusive aspects and silence of the masculine is that he wears as a mask. Everyone's wearing a mask here. I mean, we are just energy. What's all this skin and bone? This fucking mask, yeah? The silence of the masculine, the recluse energy of the masculine is actually the true nature of the feminine underneath the mask. So the way in which the masculine and feminine are presenting themselves in the 3D, and the masks that they wear are the true faces of the other underneath. Mind blown. Mind blown. So there is a destined relationship that is working through a lot, and I don't think we've got the full eclipse until 2024. It might be April 2024, I believe. So this time next year, all of this will be resolved, and there will be absolute union in a relationship between a destined masculine and feminine, who are both high priestess, sages, arranger clairsenses, gifted spiritualists, clairvoyants, clairaudience, clairsentience, clairalience, clairtangents, claircognizance. A lot of gifts and abilities coming off these two. And once these energies are transmuted, I like the fact that the relationship isn't cemented and there is distance between the both of you, because that's the best way to evolve and grow before you come together and you start projecting and purging all your negative bullshit onto each other. That's not even an option here, because you've got enough distance and space and enough for the relationship to be like an open relationship, or you're just dating or just casual friends, for both of you to transmute all of this stuff out. So when you do come together, you've already done the difficult part of the job, that is to be in union. Yeah, the capacity will meet supply. Yeah, I'm leaving you there, guys. I'm gonna come back and do that. Keep your eye out for that grey love. We might do a grey love series, because I'm feeling it. This energy's sexy. So hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you soon with more, guys. Bye.